So there was a man that had knowledge. And the man that had knowledge became real boastful because he knew more than a lot of people. So the people used to be like, oh, you need to humble yourself, you know, knowledge, you need to humble yourself. He said, who knows more than me? Nobody knows more than me. I've been blessed to have all the knowledge, and y'all should follow me. But they said, you don't have all the knowledge. There's somebody more smarter than you. He said, who's more smarter than me? They said, wisdom. They said, there's a man named Wisdom. Wisdom is more smarter than you, knowledge. Knowledge was like, I would like to meet this wisdom person. Because if I meet this wisdom person, I can learn more than, I can see how much he knows, and if he knows more than me, I can learn from him. They said, well, every 10 years, Wisdom come through this town, and he eats briefly at an eatery because, you know, he travels through. He goes to different lands to educate people and to help them and build them up. So just so happened, it was around that 10-year mark when he was going to come to the town. So they told Knowledge you can wait for him at the Benevolent restaurant, right? So Knowledge goes to the Benevolent restaurant, and he's waiting and he's waiting and he's waiting. So one day a man come in with green and white. He got all green and white on. Everybody like, hey, Wisdom, Mr. Wisdom, how you doing, man? We help you. What would you like to eat? Just give me some vegetables and fruits. So he eats all his electrolyte food, and then Knowledge runs up to him. Hey, I heard a lot about you. You know, they said you're the wise one. You know, yeah. He said, well, I'm all right. You know, I've been blessed with a few things. You know, so Wisdom was humble. He noticed that Wisdom was real humble. Wisdom wasn't arrogant like him. He was like, oh, I would like for you to teach me a few things. You know, my name is Knowledge. And people said, I don't know it all, that you know more than me. So I would like for you to teach me a few things. I would like to be your student. He said, well, I'm about to go on a journey. He said, I come through this town every 10 years before I cross over and go on my journey into Africa. He said, so I travel the whole world by feet. He said, so I come through this town every 10 years before I travel to Africa. He said, if you come, I said, I wouldn't advise you to come on a journey with me, because if you come on a journey with me, there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to understand. So he said, no, I'm knowledgeable. I'm knowledge. I have knowledge. Of course, I'll be able to understand. He said, wisdom is different. He said, wisdom is a different level from knowledge. He said, but listen, I'll allow you to come with me on one term. Because Knowledge kept begging him. He said, I'll allow you to come with me, but on one term. He said, what's the one term? He said, don't interrupt me and don't question me on what I do. So Knowledge said, I promise I won't question you. I won't interrupt you or nothing. I won't question you on what you do. Right? So anyway, I'm going to speed the story up. Knowledge got on a boat with Wisdom. They had to get on a boat to take the boat across the Red Sea to Africa, right? In the process of being on the boat and crossing the river, they seen a woman with some kids on it. They seen some people on the boat. There's a bunch of people on the boat. Wisdom poked a hole inside the boat. On passing by, he poked a hole inside the boat. So the people's boat started sinking. So Knowledge said, why did you poke a hole in these people's boat? They all gonna drown. He said, they not gonna drown. They're gonna be all right. He said, but why you poke a hole in these innocent people's boat? He said, see, I told you ain't gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? If you come on a journey with me, don't question me and don't doubt me. So Knowledge said, yeah, you right. I'm sorry. You right. I'm not gonna question you. So as they go on, they finally reach the land. And as they reach the land, they going through a town that had a big shopping area, right? So it was a little kid with his mother, and the little kid wouldn't listen to his mother. They was, the mother was like, hey, come here, Nebuchadnezzar, come here. So he was like, Mom, I want this candy. She said, no, I'm not getting it for you. So the kid threw a temper tantrum. Wisdom chopped the little boy head off. So Knowledge like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, what are you doing? You just chopped the little boy head off. You crazy. He said, come on, we gotta go. So Knowledge said, oh my God, they gonna kill us. They're like, why you chop that little boy head off? He said, see, I told you, don't question me because you don't know the things I know. He said, yeah, you right, man. He said, but that's crazy. You cut the little boy head off. Like, why? He said, I think we should depart because I don't have time for you to keep interrupting me. And I'm fulfilling my destiny. I'm fulfilling my goals. He said, yeah, man, you're an evil and wicked man. He said, I don't want to follow a man like you. Boom, boom, boom. He said, why did you do that? Knowledge said, I'm not going to even allow you to come with me for a third time because I have many more journeys to go. He said, but before I let you go, I'm going to tell you this. He said, I poked a hole in them people's boat because some pirates was coming. Some Somalian pirates. They govern the Red Sea. So eventually these Somali pirates would have seen all these people on a boat. They would have invaded their boat, conquered them, robbed them, enslaved them, and stole, and they would have took their boat. But by me poking a hole in the boat and they're in the water, it already looked like they're about to die, and it looks like the boat is of no value. So the pirates is going to just pass them by. He said the little kid in the town that I chopped his head off, he said that little kid was going to grow up to be a mighty, evil oppressor. And he was going to eventually abuse his mother and put his mother through a lot of stress and grief. His mother is a God-fearing woman. She's a pure, good woman. So I received thought from a divine order to get rid of the little kid because eventually he's going to grow up and be a mighty, mighty evil tyrant. So I cut his head off so that alleviates the people in the future being oppressed by him. He said, see, the difference between me and you, wisdom is clairvoyant. Wisdom is understanding. Wisdom is implementing what you know. You have knowledge, but your knowledge is information. So you really don't know nothing. He said, but wisdom knows. A wise man knows that he knows nothing, that there's people that know more than him. He said, so this is where we depart. He said, go back to wherever you came from and read more and study and be more humble. And learn how to implement the information that you know, and maybe your knowledge will turn into wisdom, and then you'll be like me. He said, because in order to be wise, you got to have great understanding. So the point of that story, I'm going to end it off now. The point of that story is, there's people that know stuff way more than we know. There's people that know stuff our mind can't even fathom. So when they say it, or when we see them do it, we'll be like, oh, they bugging the fuck out. Like, this person is bugged out. Or, why this person doing that? You don't know why they doing that because your level of intelligence ain't on their level. They way smarter than you, and they know things that you don't know. So sometimes it's good to just watch. Learn to listen so you can listen to learn. When true knowledge is speaking, wisdom listens. Whether it's through the visual, through the eye, or through the ears. I'm signing off. Iron, intelligence rule over negative nonsense. Warlord, wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. Stay up like a cup, I holler back on my collar crack. We get up like sit-ups. Uno.